Okay, we're going to continue on with our CEO keynote section today. Our next guest comes to us from Huawei Technologies. Please give a warm round of applause for the president of the Enterprise Business Group at Huawei, Lida Yan. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey.
Good morning. Thanks for spending your time to join this session. Today, I'm going to talk about how the ICT is transforming various vertical industries and Huawei's vision. So I believe most of you know about this match. The AlphaGo beat Lida 4-1 just 1 hour ago. Do you notice the difference? So year 1997, Deep Blue beat the chess master Garry Kasparov, which was remarked as the milestone for artificial intelligence. But since then, almost 20 years passed. No computer program could ever beat any professional Go players. But until recently, it changed. Why? Theoretically, to play Go is much more complicated than playing chess. For each game of Go, the possibilities is 10 to 170. This number is even bigger than the atoms in the whole universe, making it impossible for the brute force search to be applied for designing the program to play Go. The DeepMind team of Google have developed very clever strategies to reduce the complexity. But even though was algorithm the only reason to win the game? The answer is no. Deep Blue used the mainframe, a supercomputer. But AlphaGo used the cloud computing. As he said, when AlphaGo play with Lee, there are 1,204 CPUs and 176 GPUs are used. So Lee was not playing with one computer. He was playing with thousands of computers. So this is the power of technology evolution. It's already far beyond the human's boundary, and is greatly changing our lives as well as every industry. The next, I'm going to give you 2 real cases to see what those exchanges are. First, let's look at the public safety. So public safety is a system required different agencies to collaborate together. When something urgent happens, the ambulance, the fire stations, the policemen need to work together. So we often see the different agencies invest to build their private facilities, just like this. The issue here is not only the duplicate investment, the cost, but because the system are isolated, it's silo system, the silo system, the data among the agencies cannot be shared. When the Pope did his first visit in Africa, the challenges in front of the Kenya government is tremendous. in an area as small as 0.12 square kilometers, more than 300,000 people were gathering, and more than 10,000 policemen were dispatched to secure the safety. The even worse is that there are 10 agencies divided by 30 sectors were involved for this mission. And they use different devices and different networks. The Kenyan government upgraded their system. A visualized command center was established. The commander who was sitting in the center, he can see all the resources on the map. So he can give the orders or instructions to the field agents directly with the help of visualized tools. Another advantage of this system is that it's convergent. The cloud technology was introduced. All the kinds of devices, no matter is the trunking phone or the smartphone or video surveillance, are connected to the cloud. And also, the different agencies, like the police, the fire, the first aid, are connected to the cloud as well. They are shared this platform. Another feature is that this is the first time for an eLTE-based broadband trunking system was introduced. You know, before that, the trunking system is voice only. The policemen communicate with each other with the command center by those handsets, which is voice only. But now they can communicate with each other not only in voice, but also video, photos, and emails. As a result, during this historic event, nobody was injured and no complaint was received. Let's look at another industry, the news media industry. For this industry, time, accuracy, comprehensiveness are the key factors they consider. As we can see that, along with the evolution of video cameras, the volume of data grows exponentially from the high definition to the ultra high definition, like 4K is very popular now, and 8K not far away, and even the virtual reality cameras, we can see it on duty nowadays. Such amount of data growth will give the impact for the whole system, from the data uploading to the program editing and the broadcasting as well. Let's look at this scenario. For example, a photographer from the field, he needs to deliver 1 hour of high-definition footages. Normally, there are 3 options he has. Option A, to upload with the virtual private network. It takes about 10 hours nowadays. And option B, use the express delivery. It takes about 24 hours. And even he can ask company to build a temporary studio for him, so which takes about more than 10 days. We don't even need to mention about the cost. Even inside the studio, the challenges are still there. Like the working groups sitting there, it seems they are isolated, sitting on the islands. So they use the siloed system, which makes it difficult for them to share the IT resources. Even the contents are very difficult for them to share with each other. A revolutionary hybrid cloud solution was introduced to several of China's famous TV stations. So this is the architecture, a public cloud, a private cloud, which will enable a lot of changes. Let's take a look at that. The photographer who wants to upload his footages, now he can use the wide area network acceleration technology to reduce the time from 10 hours to 1.2. And inside the studio, now the working groups are connected to the same private cloud. The resources inside this private cloud can be dynamically shared by the groups. And it's also very much easier for them to share the contents. This journalist just finished her interview. Now she can do the editing remotely on the public cloud. So the news can be broadcasted soon after her interview. So those are the significant changes have happened due to the introduction of the new technology. What are the enlightenments we can have here from these two cases? First, we can see that ICT is becoming a core part of the production system. The many industries have been introducing the ICT to reshape their production process. And some industries now are planning to do that. So in the future, all the industry devices, all the user devices will be equipped with sensors, communication modules, which will allow them to be connected to the data center. So functionally, in the data center, there will be two parts. One part is for the real-time business. One part is a real-time business platform, which enables the online production, the real-time collaboration. Another part is the big data analytics platform, which will provide the offline analysis and decision support. Now we know that apart from human capital, physical assets, data becomes a key or very important production element. So from the data generation to the data transportation to the data processing, we believe this so-called cloud pipe device architecture is crucial. We need the collaboration from the cloud to the pipe to the device. Let's look at the technologies behind this architecture. IoT, Internet of Things, is not something new. I believe this concept was raised about 20 years ago. And it's up and down for several times. But until now, what happened? The cost of the chipset is dramatically down. The cost for the communication modules is down. And the size is smaller and smaller. And the power consumption is lower enough for the battery life can last more than 10 years. So now the mass deployment becomes realistic. But at the same time, if the network technology did not develop to today's level, there's no connectivity is available to connect billions of devices. The technology like SDN, the mobile technology like LTE, 4.5G, and even 5G in the future. Those are the technologies will connect those devices to the cloud. So without the technology evolution of a cloud, without the new technology of big data, we cannot process those ocean amount of data, and we cannot do the mining of the data. So there's no value. So we believe no single technology can play the role. Only a set of innovative technologies together, they work together, will lay down the foundation for this new ICT era. So we believe now that the ICT is entering a new stage. At the beginning, ICT is just help us do the office automation, and then later to help us to optimize the business processes. But now it's become core part of our production system. So what will Huawei do for this new ICT era? Of course, technology innovations are very important, which is a very important competence of Huawei. We invest no less than 10% of our revenue into R&D every year. During the last 10 years, we have invested more than $40 billion for R&D. But our ambition is not limited to this. Based on the technology innovations, we would like to create a platform, an open, flexible, elastic platform. And based on this platform, we would like to create the ecosystem which can be sustained as a win-win system for all the industry. So when I talk about platform, you may ask me, what do you mean platform? Let us take a look of the mobile phone industry as an example. So before smartphone, the phone makers, they develop the hardware, the software, the applications, everything by themselves. But the smartphone changed the rules of the game. So nowadays, the smartphone makers, they develop the hardware, the operating system, the user interface as a platform. So there are millions of application developers working on this platform to develop applications. This is the concept of platform. So similarly, we would like to create a platform, features, openness, flexibility, and elasticity. This platform is open. We have had our full portfolio from components to product level, even to the solution level, open the APIs. Until now, there are more than 3,000 open APIs are available for third-party solutions application developers to work on that. So this platform is flexible. So this platform should support various industries. The capabilities we offered, for example, like video, network, storage, computing, and voice, are encapsulated into 8 main scenarios, like office automation, a business process, etc. So the application developers, they do not need to care the technology details. they can focus on the application development. This platform is elastic. We offer the hybrid cloud to our clients. Just like yesterday, the Deutsche Telekom announced that the open telecom cloud, collaborating with Huawei, now commercially launched. So the private cloud or the public cloud we offered is the same one architecture based on the open source, which is OpenStack. And because it's one architecture based on the same open source, we enable our clients to migrate their applications among the clouds. In the future, we will allow our clients to migrate from their private clouds between their private clouds and third-party public clouds. Based on this platform, we want to create an ecosystem. This is the picture, shows the positioning of Huawei in this ecosystem. So Huawei's position is on the right. Based on the technology innovations, we do the product innovations, we open the API and the software development kits, which will enable our partners, like the ISVs, the system integrators, to develop the applications to meet the needs of end users. In this ecosystem, we would like to have our customers to be involved as well. Why? Because they know their business requirements more than anybody else. So this is the scenario, this is the ecosystem we like to create and the position of Huawei in this ecosystem. For this ecosystem, we like to focus on three parts. One is focused on developers. One is for the partners. And finally, but at not least, the international standards. Last year, we have held our first Huawei's Developers Conference. In that conference, we have announced an enable plan for the developers. The plan includes an innovation fund, or developer marketing fund, $1 billion for the next 5 years. To enable our developers, we have set up open labs worldwide, not only in China. Our open lab in Munich has opened last year. There are many partners, developers, now working in the lab. We have open labs open in Saudi Arabia for the oil industry. We have the open lab in Singapore and open lab in Mexico. So there are many more coming. We will provide the development support, the talent training, and the Huawei certification. The developers are the key for the ecosystem. Partners. In the definition of our partners, not only the sales partners, but also the solution partners who can develop the vertical solutions together with us for our clients. There should be also the partners, the alliances, like SAP, like Accenture. There should be our application developers like Hexagon for the safe city. These are the examples out of our 8,000 partners today. Unlike the telecom operating industry, I think the international standards of most of the rest of the industries are not enough. We even don't have to mention that across the industry, international standards, we just lack of them. So for the new ICT to enable the transformation of the industries, we need to do more on the global international standards. As Huawei now holds more than 170 key positions in international standardization organizations, and we are the top contributor for 18 dominant open source communities, open source societies. But I do believe that there's still a long way to go. Finally, I would like to summarize that Huawei's vision that we like to, through the leading new ICT, to build a better connected world together with our partners, with the whole ecosystem. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.